There's a lot of strange codes within the English hieroglyph letters. We at times spend a lot of time trying to comprehend the ancient Hebrew or the ancient Greek writings that we would find within basically the basis of what we call the Holy Bible today in God's Word. But when we look clearly at the English language, there is a code within it also. It is like a Babylonian code, and it is a code with a message. Letters are messages, and therefore they have a meaning. And so there isn't just a random reason behind each letter in what we'll call the English alphabet. One thing about the English alphabet is it is very much reflective of a debtor's language because it borrows from so many different languages. So, what a perfect language to use for commerce and entertainment. It is the primary language that is recognized worldwide in the world of commerce and entertainment. Therefore, when we look at IOU, which is got to do with the vowels in the English language, vowels in the English language, share to an extent a code that has been trained within the school system. When you're to memorize the vowels, they would teach you I, O, U, and sometimes Y. The interesting thing about the sometimes Y, it usually replaces, of course, the I. And therefore, an IOU can be now a YOU. And that is the question. YOU in a legal system, since Christ has removed all legal indebtedness. He's canceled it out. He's taken it out of the way according to Colossians 2:13 to 15. So therefore, it would only make reasonable sense that when you take over a birth security, which says that that appears to be a name on the document, we can clearly see that an IOU, which would only reflect who issued it to whoever they have issued it to, is the one who owes. But when I do a takeover, and you may want to look at Black's Law Fourth regarding the definition of that phrase, IOU in a takeover becomes a YOU. And therefore now you become the surety for another. Because the legal system that deals with fiction are strangers, as were the Gentiles, to the covenant of God. Your Christian name, which would reflect the event of Christ's death, birth, and resurrection, raised to the right-hand side of God, we now, upon the acceptance of that belief and that salvation, are in a very holy position, a very sacred position within the sanctuary in the temple of God. And therefore, we would never be surety for another or try to act in legalism, which is something in contradistinction or contradiction to what free grace is that we have received from the highest source of life, our Heavenly Father. And therefore, do we accept free grace or do we operate in the legal? So, have you taken over an IOU and now turned it into a YOU, which would mean it's now you, because you use this in order to obtain legal documents from other departments of the government that you are existing or pushing play in the movie on, which now places you with a facial recognition and your consensual signature of energy of life saying you consent to be the one now that is the one owing, because now you've taken the IOU and made it you.